Hey everybody, welcome to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. My name is Mike DeMauro, and today's topic we're going to talk about is about speaking up. Yes, I know that Aspies have a hard time speaking up when there's something wrong. Yeah. I have a hard time speaking up to like my parents or my bosses or whoever. I may have a problem because I may think things are okay, but then things are not okay, and you need to learn how to speak up, because if you don't speak up, then people will think, oh, he's fine, he's okay with what's going on. But yeah, you need to learn how to speak up. You don't need to be shy. You cannot be shy. If you see something wrong, go and speak up about it. I don't care. You know? If, like I was saying in one of my last episodes, if somebody bullies you, you need to go and speak up to a teacher, to a boss, to a parent, to someone who you can trust. You need to go and speak up, because if you don't speak up, then they're gonna think it's okay and everything's going fine. Like, let me give you an example of when I had to learn how to speak up. Alright, recently I was being transferred to a new job at Disney, right? And I was starting to feel uncomfortable with where I was going to be working at the new location and what was going to go on. You know what I mean? I had days and days and days of feeling uncomfortable about myself. And I waited to see, I wanted to try a new thing, right? So I waited as long as I could. But then last week, I'm not going to tell you what the exact day, I gave up. I called my mom. I was real upset. I started to cry because I didn't feel comfortable at where I was working. Then those tears ended up at work too, at the new location. And I was like, hey, I can't work here no more. I want to get transferred back to where I belong. And I was gonna cry. And I think I did. I think I did have tears coming out of my eyes then. But then my trainer had to speak to the manager about it. I was glad that I spoke up and told my trainer that I wanted to get transferred back to where I was before. But at the same time, you know, I know that it might be difficult for me to speak up, because I wanted to try something new, right? And if I didn't like it, I could get transferred back if I wanted to. And I think that's what's going to happen to me. I'm going to get transferred back to where I belong. But anyways, don't be afraid to speak up, alright? If you have a problem at work, you need to speak up to a coordinator or a boss or somebody and tell them the problem. If it's safety related, you need to do the same thing. If it's something that's unsafe, you need to go and speak up. Alright? Because if you don't speak up, then it's going to be hard for people higher up to understand what's going on, you know? Speaking up is probably the best thing for you to do, no matter what the situation is. Speaking up is a great tool, you know? If you have a mouth, you have a voice, you need to learn how to speak up. Because if you don't, then the same things are going to go on and go on and go on again and again and again and again. And if you don't want them to go on again and again and again, you need to learn how to go up and speak up. You know? Speaking up is probably the best thing, the best tool for you. You know, you have the right to speak up to somebody if something's wrong. Things might not change, but if you go and speak up about it, then it can happen. You know, don't be afraid to go up and speak up. Because, you know, they'll listen to you. If you have concerns, then you can go and speak up about it, you know? I like to speak up about things that go on in my life. I know it might be a little bit hard for me to go up and speak up about it, but at the same time, by me speaking up about my problems, they can help me out. You know what I mean? So, but just don't be afraid to go up and speak up, you know? Anyways, I know that if you're an Aspie, you might be afraid to do that, but once you feel comfortable enough, go ahead, speak up, you know? Speak up to a boss. And if you can't speak up to a boss, then go to like another coworker of yours. And if you can't do that, just go to human resources or whatever. Now, if you're at home, and if you live with your parents still, if you have a problem, go and speak up about it to your parents. And if they don't listen, then I don't know what to tell you. You might want to go to a friend and have them help you, you know? Well, I don't know if the friend is going to be able to help you out that much, but the friend is there to listen to you and what your concerns might be about a particular issue, if there are any. You know, but if God given you a voice, and God given you an education, and God's given you all this, then just don't be afraid to speak up. And if you can't speak, or if you need help to speak up, and if it's a home environment, ask one of your friends to help you speak up, you know? Or if it's like a coworker, ask one of them to help you speak up. Because if they agree with you, they'll help you, you know? That's what petitions are for. They'll help you out there too. You know, but just don't be afraid to go and speak up about anything that's going on in your life that is a problem, you know? Just don't worry about it. You can go and speak up about it. And that's the end of this topic, because I don't know what else to say about speaking up. If I have any more, I'll talk about it, but for now, I'm gonna go, so I'll see you later.